I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully.
Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify the stretchy parts of my fabric. So this is the stretchy part of the fabric, yeah. So I'm going to be folding according to the stretch. Okay, now I'm using about 1 yard of stretchy fabric. Okay, so now I'm going to be folding the fabric into 2. My dimension of fold is going to be my customer's hips divided by 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Now because this fabric is very stretchy, I'm not supposed to add any sewing allowance, but because I'm going to make a slit in front. That's the style of the skirt. There's going to be a slit in front, so I'm adding 2 inches allowance in order to achieve that look. Okay, so my customer's hip is 52 divided by 4 is 13 plus 2 inches is 15, so I'm going to be folding by 15 inches. Okay, so this is 15 inches wide, so cool. Now the next thing I'll do is even out this top edge, because this is going to be my waistline. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors to even out the lines, top edge. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, this becomes my waistline. So after that, I'm going to go ahead to measure the length of my skirt. Now I'm going to be using 20 inches for the length of this skirt, and I'm going to add 2 inches extra folding allowance, making it 22. So I'm going to go ahead to mark 22 inches. Right. This 22. I'm just going to go ahead to roll that out and make a straight line. Okay, so this becomes my hemline. So this is my waistline and this is my hemline. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the my hip line. Now to get the hip line, there's something we call the length of your hip, which is where your hip rests. That's the fullest part of your hip. Now for different women it varies. We can, depending on your body type, okay, but the basic measurement we use is usually 6 or 8 inches. Now in this case I'm going to be using 8 inches for the length of hip. So I'll just go ahead to place my tape on the waistline and measure 8 inches downwards. Place my tape on the waist and mark out 8 inches. Then I'll just go ahead and rule it out with my ruler. Yeah. Okay. So now we have my waistline, my hip line, and my hemline, bottom of the skirt, waist, hip, the bottom. Okay, now after I've done marking out all the guidelines, I'm going to go ahead to transfer the circumference of my customer's measurement on these guidelines. That means on the waistline, I'll mark the waist divided by 4. On the hip line, hips divided by 4, and the same thing with the bottom. Okay, so on my customer's waist is 37. 37 divided by 4 is let's do that. 37 divided by 4 is 9 1/4. So 9 1/4, and I'll add 2 inches sewing allowance. Okay, now on the hip line, her hip is 52. She's really big. 52 divided by 4 is 13 plus 2 inches, which is 15, exactly what we have here. The fabric. So 13 plus 2 inches, 15. Now on the bottom line, I'm just going to mark whatever I have on my hip line on the bottom, because it's a mini skirt. It's not supposed to be too narrow to allow easy movement. If it was longer, we would have made it more pencil, but it's short, so it doesn't have to be too narrow at the bottom, otherwise it's difficult to move your. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut through the lines. So this is my front panel of the skirt. This is my front piece of the skirt. So now I'll go ahead and duplicate it to get the back piece of my skirt. Okay, so this is my back piece for the pencil skirt, yeah, and this is the front piece. Now we're going to go ahead to make the slit on the front piece of the skirt. Okay, so what we simply do is we open up the front piece, yeah, like okay guys, so I've gone ahead to slash the front piece for the slit. So what I'm going to do next is I'll place this side on this other side like this, and then I'll measure where I want, how long I want my slit to be. So I want my slit to be about 6 inches long, so I'll just go ahead and mark that. So now I'm going to sew from the top edge from my waistline down to this 6 inches space. I'm going to be sewing on, I think, 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so now we're going to go to the sewing machine now, and I'm going to sew from here to here. Okay, so I have gone ahead to stitch from the waist down to where I want the slit to end. Okay, as you can see, so I'm just going to go ahead to press this seam, open it up like this and press here so it's nice and neat. Okay guys, so I have gone ahead to press down the seams. As you can see, it's looking nice and sweet. I'm gonna ahead to iron here. So the next thing I'll do now is I'll fold the slits. You see, with the allowance I left, I'm going to fold it like this and just pin it down. Let me get my pin. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead to sew here at the edges, here down, at the edges all the way up and down. Okay, so I've gone ahead to iron the slits neatly. As you can see, it's looking all nice and relaxed. So the next thing to do is join the front and the back piece of the skirt. Okay guys, so now I'm going to shape my skirts. Okay, this is the back of my skirt, this is the back piece, this is the front piece. So I placed the front piece on the back piece. Now because of the slit we have in front, The front piece is a little bit smaller than the back, but that's not a problem, no need to worry. That's why we added 2 inches allowance in the first place, so there's no problem. So I'm just going to pin the skirt, put it in place so it doesn't shift. So I'm going to be shaping by my customer's measurements divided by 4. I'm going to fold it into 2 like this. Right. Now her waist divided by 4 is 37, divided by 4 is 9 1/4. Now because this fabric is stretchy, really stretchy, and we want the skirt to grip her body, we're not going to use her actual measurements. We're going to use her actual measurements minus 1 inch. Do you understand? 13 minus 1 inch is 12, so I've gone ahead to mark 12 on the hip line. Sorry, I made a video, I recorded this earlier, but only to find out that it got deleted from my phone, so I'm doing it again. So whatever I have on my hip, I'm going to mark on the bottom of the skirt, which is 12 as well. So I'm going ahead to join the lines together, the points, with my ruler. This and like this. Okay, so as you can see, I've shaped the skirt, the yellow lines, and I did exactly what I did here. I duplicated it on the other side of the skirt, so like this too. So when I open it up, I have, as you can see, the shape of the skirt is there. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this sewing machine and stitch directly on the yellow lines I have marked out already. Okay guys, so I have gone ahead to stitch my skirt. So I've shaped the skirt all the way to the bottom. Now the next step is to add the band and fold the bottom of the skirt. Okay, you can see the skirt is already coming out really nice. My sweet slits at the side. Yeah, so now for the band, I'll just go ahead to get another fabric and measure 37 inches. Her waist is 37 inches. I'm going to measure 37 inches. Okay, this is 37. Remember, I minus 1 inch. I removed 1 inch from the actual measurement, so 37 minus 1 is 36. So I'm going to measure 36. Okay. And then the width of my band is going to be 4 inches. Okay, so my band is ready. So now the next thing to do is fold it into 2 and join this part of the band together. So I've gone ahead to join the band together at the tip. Now the next thing to do is to pin the band to the skirt, the waist of the skirt. Okay, so I'll just cut off the allowance here so it's not too bulky. Then fold it into 2 like this, then pin. Make sure this side seam aligns with the side seam on the skirt. Okay, so do it like that and pin it all round. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to sew, stitch or join using about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. I'm going to join the band to the skirt waistline, as you can see. Okay, so let's go to the sewing machine. Okay guys, so I have gone ahead to join the band to the skirt. As you can see, stitched it all the way around with about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, right? It's looking really nice. And then when I'm done, I just flip it over and give it a nice press. And you know, my skirt is looking nice already, as you can see. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, now the last and final thing to do is hem the bottom of your skirt. Okay guys, so I have gone ahead to fold the bottom of my skirt with about 1/2 inch, and I've gone ahead to iron it out to make it relax. So that's pretty much it for the pencil skirt. My skirt is looking really nice and sweet and sexy with the band and the slits at the side. So please tell me what you learned from this video. I'll really appreciate your feedback on the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you on my next tutorial. Bye for now.